Now, this is the tube fly I'm going to be tying. Now, this is a fly I tie for a customer that fishes a lot for spring salmon here in Scotland, and it's basically a Willie gun. It's a gold Willie gun. It's the style he likes to tie it. I'm going to show you how to do that. It's just it's a gold holographic body. In this case, it's been formed with a braid. Tag is just a Glo-Brite floss number 4 in head. Basically, it's just bucktail and a bit of flash. Colour combination, you can't go wrong. And the spring of the year, that's one of the, so I would say, certainly a tube fly I would recommend. Holding the tube in a tube fly adapter. Now, this is a 1.5 inch copper tube. It's a slipstream. Now, when you put it into the adapter, you just basically push it through the hole, tighten down on it. Now, this area here would be the area that you slide the sleeve up on to hold your single, double or treble straight. Basically holds it in on the tube. Now you just imagine that length being here, so what I do is, this is going to be the tag, just a wee bit further up than that. I would tie in a Glo-Brite floss. This is number 4, and the reason I tie it at the back is much easier to finish off like this. Oh sorry, tie it up here. So all I have to do then is whip finish. Yeah, I sit and do all these first, and trim away. What I would do for speed, now you could use a resin, it's entirely up to sale, but I find this is much stronger. Super glue first, all the way around, and then allow this to dry, and then I put a couple of coats of varnish on, and then you'll find your tag is perfect and solid, really, really hard. And then when you're ready, what you do is you turn this round about, back through it. Obviously if you get your measure right, it's there. And then you can tie the fly now. So that's your tag at the back. What I'm going to do is I'm using a fire orange thread. I've just start at the top of the tube and then way down. Now way down, remove the waste, and I'm going to tie in some of the, this is the gold holographic braid. Now this is a Mikael Frodin braid that covers really well. I'm going to catch this in the way down. Just quickly run the thread down, get it tied in, and then we can back up. It doesn't have to be touching, as long as it's well enough tied in and there's a bit of grip there. Now you want to have a head length, don't want it too long. Now you're looking, I mean the head's part of the fly, you want a nice bright head, so don't be shy, but it could still be neat. Now just to protect the braid a wee touch better, I'm going to put some super glue on the shank, just a wee drop, and then we just wind this up. Now the braid covers really well. If you don't have the braid, nothing wrong with just using gold holographic tinsel or even a plain gold. You'd have to protect it with maybe a bit of wire or something. Just wind it up, nice and tight. Mylar tubing as well is good. I do tie a few of these with the mylar tubing, so tie it off. Away. Wax on your thread and tidy the head area up. Now we've got the yellow bucktail and the hot orange bucktail. There are a couple of ways you can actually put this on. More yellow in the spring and less orange. Depending on how clear the water is, the dirtier the water, and a wee bit more orange. So you really got to have a balance to suit. That's what makes the Willie gun so good. You can add less yellow, yes, or more orange, and less both, or more black. Again, it's entirely up to yourself. It's a great pattern, I would say one of the best flies you could have in your box, especially for salmon. And the colour combination you can't go wrong with. Now I've got the hot orange, and I'm going to take some of the yellow. Just going to roll these together, mixing and blending them together. Just keep rolling them. Draw it through like this, and you'll see you've got a nice blend. Now we're going to straighten up the ends. Line up them. You could stack these. In a big fly like this, you can just tie them in. Now the length of the wing, I like it. You're looking at the body length, at least learn about twice the length of that. And then we just simply roll this round all the way. Just using the thread turns and encouraging it with your finger. And tighten up. Nice and tight. All the way around. I mean, these are really basic hair wing flies. Basic and some of the best. Trim all the way around. Take your time when you're trimming this away. That you make sure that you get a neat enough cut. So, watch your thread. It's easy to cut your thread. So, if you want a wee bit more strength, just run the super glue around the thread. You can either wax it this way, but you've a lot of hair. Sometimes you can get a better grip. A nice head on it, but don't be shy with the head. Now, what I want to do is add a wee bit of flash. In this case, I'm using an orange Krinkle flash. A couple of strands is enough. So I'm just going to lay them on the top. And fold this back 2 or 3 turns down, fold back the flash. Now I'm going to just drop these down either side, one either side, as I come back up. Now, this friend of mine, he prefers just the wing, the black wing on top. So I've got some Bucktail in black. He wants to keep it more open colour underneath. So we've got a decent length in the Bucktail, the black. You need a better length of the Bucktail on top. You need that to turn the fly. You could use goat if you want, but the problem with goat, it's a wee bit soft, so the heavier hair will help to turn the fly. Trim the ends here, because we tie it in like a wing. Make sure there's wax on your thread. There's the cut ends. Just make sure they're lined up. And take the thread into it 2 or 3 times. So it's catching different lengths, different ends. 2 or 3 on top. Now what I'm going to do is spread it slightly. See, this is just a variant of one of the best known salmon flies you can have, is the volley gun. And again, wax on your thread, or you could put a wee bit of super glue on the thread, it's up to yourself. The fly doesn't need jungle cork, but you can put it on. I don't put any jungle cork on this fly, so just leave it. Now I'm going to brighten the head up. He likes the bright number 4 head, fluorescent red. This is our floss. Now what I like to do with the floss is to run the wax through it. Just gives you a wee bit more grip. Years ago you would add a red wool head on a lot of salmon, classic salmon flies, and basically this is just the floss version. There was lots of flies like that many years ago and they all worked. So all I'm doing is running it up and the way back down I'm going to whip finish. At the same time form the head, colour it up nice and tight. See, it's just a basic fly, the big long wing on the top, the longer wing, and then same as I did before with the tag, just going to super glue on all the way around. Now allow the super glue to dry, so that's dry as I say, 2 coats of varnish.